Hello everybody. How are you guys doing? I wanted to go live and I said last week I would share a little bit of my story, and it was a crazy week, so I never got to do it. So I wanted to do that. So I'm gonna ask you guys to say hello. If you're watching live, let us know. If you're watching the replay, let us know. I'm super excited for this video. And from Sydney, well, hello Sydney, that's awesome. And that's Sydney, Australia, right? It's funny because we've got so many different places in Canada and other countries that are the same name. So I went to Sydney, Canada, but I never went to Sydney, Australia. Oh, 12:38 there. There you go. You're a night owl, just like I am. So I've been great. Thanks for asking. I hope you are also. And good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tracy. Thanks for hopping on. And definitely Australia is actually in one of the places that we will be heading soon. Awesome. I'd love to have Australian coffee. So guys and ladies, I wanted to share a little bit about my story, why, how, and just some bits and pieces that I think that it's been a long time that I've never really shared that with you guys. And today's a huge day for me, for a team, for business, for life, and I just thought it was the perfect time to go live and just share this. So I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. I've been born and raised in a French little village here in Eastern Canada. I have a brother, a younger brother. My parents raised us into sports. We're very nature oriented. Everything we have here is surrounded by nature. We live in a very small place here that's still bilingual in Canada, and we are stuck living in the system, living in a broken system that you go and work your job, you go to school, go to college, get in debt, go try to find a job. Right now it's very hard to graduate and find a job. If you're from New Brunswick, Canada, you know. Either you get in a call center, or either you get shipped out to work out west, or either you start your own business. So not wanting to be a call center person, because I talk too much, not wanting to go work out west, which we did think about it, but I didn't want to leave my family and my life half of the time because they travel a lot and I feel they miss half of their lives. I decided to venture out in business. My parents own a convenience store, so from a young age, I was in the business mindset already. I started working at the age of 13 for them at the convenience store. While I was in high school, I was top student, doing like in the high 90s, vice president of my junior high school, captain of my volleyball team. I was very high achiever. I was coaching gymnastics. I've always been very hard on myself, competitive, but I achieved a lot, you know, and I love pushing myself. That's how I've always been. I always dreamed and believed that I was going to be successful, but I had no clue what I was going to do. I didn't think I was going to be a doctor or something like that. I thought I was going to be maybe an actress or singer. I can't sing. I guess I could act, but when I got to see what these actresses were living, I was like, maybe that's not what I want. And I'm from a small town, so how do I get known, right? And the internet did not exist back then. I knew I was going to be an influencer. I knew I was going to help others because I've always wanted to help people from the young age to anywhere, whether it was helping animals that was in distress, or, you know, I've always had the heart to help and lead people. And I always believe that there was going to be success in my life, but I didn't really know. Do you guys feel like that when you were young? You felt like you were meant to do something, but not really sure? And I guess my whole life kind of fit or prepared me for where I'm at today. At the young age of 14, I was so stubborn and wanted to change my life that I decided to move out of my parents' house at 14 years old. I was in soccer. I was one of the ladies that was rocking the soccer, and I think my parents thought if I was going to stay in the sports that I would maybe stay out of the bad crowd. But we actually went to a soccer party. I met this dude, ended up doing drugs, ended up falling in love with him. He was 7 years older than me. Moved out with a 21-year-old at 14 years old with 5 other guys. They were all into drugs, party, rock and roll. I was not at a place I should have been at that age. For the first year, it was great. It was awesome. I had everything I wanted. My parents tried to get me back. They involved social workers. I even lived there for 2 months. I remember one Christmas not seeing my family. And I was thinking, like, is this it? You know, because they didn't understand the life I was living, and I didn't even understand, but I could not have rules. I did not want to be told what to do and when to do. And I really like the freedom. So having my own place at 14 was awesome, but it also came with a price. So the second year I was with him, I was mentally abused. He started to talk about me. He started to put me down, start cheating on me. And then that's when things got really out of hand. And then about 6 months after, that's when he started getting rough. And then I was so stuck in there because I did not want to go back to my parents' house because I was ashamed and I was a failure and I was embarrassed and I touched the freedom lifestyle. How can I go back to live in a place? And no offense, I love my parents. We have a great relationship. They've raised me well. It's nothing that they've done. It's me. I wanted more. I was curious. I did not want to be... I don't like to be told what to do, and I'm sure you know this by now. I do what I want, okay? And I've done it at a young age. If I would have a 13-year-old, 14-year-old daughter doing what I did, doing that now, I don't know how I would handle it. So, parents, you did very well raising me. I take full responsibility for all the gray hairs you have and any heart palpitations I might have made you do. And I regret, but I don't regret because it also built me in who I am today. So, being beat and abused mentally, physically, made me strong. It made me see that I'll never let anyone touch me like that ever again. I'll never, those words, if you call me those specific words that he called me, today I'm okay, but 5 years ago, I would have broke down. I would have had post-traumatic stress disorder. It would have brought up all the past. It would have brought up some anxiety, some panic attacks. I probably would have broke down. If you grab my wrists, I will probably punch you. Okay, that's just me. I had to tell people around me because I was treated like that if you grab my neck or my wrist, I may black out and I may really hurt you because I've been in situations where I was stuck like that and I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna be killed, and that really put stress on a 14, 15-year-old girl. I remember at 2 a.m. I was in the woods with my little dog I had hiding in my shirt, and it was pouring rain, and he was trying to run over us with his Jeep. I feared for my life that night. I walked for 30 minutes until I found a house where I knew the people, and that guy saved my life. He almost killed my ex that night because he was trying to basically run me over with his vehicle. So I've seen different things, and I'm not saying that it doesn't affect me anymore. I'm not saying that I've forgotten them and it's gone in my life, but it made me stronger, and it took me years to get over that. And I used to play the victim for so long afterwards. I think sometimes we need to do that to justify, and it's okay, and so many people are afraid of speaking about it. And I'm speaking openly now because I can, because I got over it. I actually gave him my blessings. I actually said, I forgive you. I will never forget, but I forgive you. Because that brought paranoia in me. That brought me trust issues. I could not trust anybody anymore. I could not trust men. I could not trust even women, because what he did with other women made me not trust them. It made me skeptical. It made me not want to ever be close to everybody. So then everybody I met in my life afterwards, I would push them away if they got too close. I don't have a high school friend. I don't have a friend from back when we were 5 or 6 that is my best friend. I don't have that because I always left. My friends in school, I left for other friends. In college, when I left, I left. And it's not nothing against them. I never really found what I fit in, but I always felt when somebody's close to me, they're gonna hurt me. And I don't know if you guys feel like that sometimes if you've been hurt, but you have to stop, because not everybody's against you. Not everybody's here to hurt you, and it may happen again, but if you prevent yourself from having great people into your life, you'll never feel that. You'll never know. And when I got into this industry, I was so relieved because I could be me for the first time. Because after when I broke up with that guy, I had to bring the cops. You know, because the threats were awful at what he wanted to do to my family. And I was fearing for their lives, and our house wanted to be burnt down and all of these crazy claims he was saying. So, excuse me, I went to college, met a guy, and that guy, actually, rest in peace, my ex, another ex, he actually OD'd of drugs. So I was in that circle for a long time, right? And that affects me too, to know that I lost somebody in my life like that because of drugs. And then I started seeing a pattern. I started seeing people that were doing that, and that's all they were doing. They were living for the weekends or for that buzz, and I wanted more. I wanted, like, I thought, if you need alcohol, drugs, or sex or something to feel good about yourself, something's missing. And I started being open, but I was still a little bit skeptical and broken. So when I was in college, that was parties for me. Like, I went for massage therapy, and I'm not gonna lie, it was just parties. That's pretty much what it was. I could have done a lot better with my grades, but I needed to go through that. After Fredericton, after I've done my massage therapy class, I was offered a house. My parents gave me a house. They wanted me back here. I didn't want to come back here because I thought, how am I ever going to find somebody here to, you know, spend my life with? And why would I go back in that hole? Like, everybody hates me or everybody know about me. And I felt like that. I felt people are not going to want to, you know, be friends or, you know, be in a relationship, because I was single back then. And I thought, who's really going to want a broken ex-drug dealer lady like the guy I lived with? Everybody back home knew who he was. So they knew me as his ex-girlfriend, which was not a very good thing. All the cops know who I am because I live with him, right? So it's a very small place, and I thought, how can I go there and do massage therapy and actually build myself a clientele after everything that I've made my parents go through? And then when I came back, I opened up my massage clinic, and surprisingly, people were pouring into my massage clinic therapy. And I was like, wow. So I built myself to be a successful massage therapist. I was making $60 an hour. I was happy. I was working for me. No dress code. I could color my hair. I could be me. Didn't matter of my past. I could work my own hours, and it was great. It was wonderful. Then I met my husband, and I remember, you want to say hi? Come on, come here. Okay, she got all pretty too. So Mia wanted to come say hi. You want to come say hi for a bit? So when I started my business here, it went kind of quick. I didn't expect that. And it got me to see people are forgiving me. Even if my past is dark, even if I've done things I regret and I've said things and I was in places that I should have never been, people don't see that, and they're just looking at the service I'm providing for them right now. And that made me realize you can start over. It doesn't matter what the past has or what you've done. So when I met my husband, he didn't want to know anything about me. And I was ready to settle down. I was like, when I find the right one, I will settle down. I'll stop hanging out with all the guys, because I was one of the guys. I was always the girls with all the guys because I just fit in, right? I had earned their respect that way. I was a tomboy. And I remember he was afraid. He's like, I don't know. And I just said, you know what? Trust me. I said, there's not a lot of men that I would say that to. And I'm telling you, give me a year or two. Date me, get to know me. I'm a good person. I can change. I was broken. I was hurt. But I have so much potential. And thank God he did, because we're married 10 years soon. 11 or 12 years almost together. And the first few years were rough. But guys, we're living the dream today, you know, and it's just amazing to be able to say that, because we both were so different, both raised in a different background, and we made it happen. And today we both found passions and things that we love. And even if we still don't see eye to eye on everything, we've created something for us that is, I wouldn't have never imagined that. So when we started living the massage therapy business and him a mechanic, because then he opened up his garage, we started having a different lifestyle. And then we started feeling people resent us because we were living a life where most couldn't, because we were taking a few vacations per year, because we were maybe making more than minimum wage. And, you know, we were doing very well, and we were lucky. We both have our parents. We both have babysitters galore, because Alex is her only son. I feel very privileged for a lot of the things that we've learned, and me moving out at 14 made me become an adult before, so I felt, not saying more mature, because I'm still a kid at heart and I still can be so immature some days, but I've went through things before, and I started teaching people on how to live healthier, how to lose weight. That was my biggest thing. And I started focusing and obsessing on different things. So I started obsessing on gardening. For a year or two, I did gardening. I started obsessing on wanting to lose weight, and I lost weight. I was tiny, but I was not happy. But then after that enrollment of us living 1 to 2, 3 years per vacation per year and just having fun, we were doing great. Still owed a lot of money, but I mean, everybody owes money to the bank. But we were living, and then I got sick. And then that's when you realize when you don't have residual income, and when you're a massage therapist, I don't know if any of you own your own business, but you don't have unemployment insurance. If you have a sick day, you don't get paid. And then if you do a clientele like me, I had to re-push my massages. So when my son was born, he was not even 2 months, and I was back to doing massages. That was hard on me. As a mom, to listen to my son cry when I was giving massages at 2 months old, I said, never again. So when he was 5, a few years ago, when I joined this business, a year before I joined this business actually, I gave up and I quit because I was sick. I was very sick, and I was gonna kill myself with all the medications that I was prescribed if I didn't stop. So I was taking 5 to 11 pills per day. Those included allergy pills, sleeping pills, anti-anxiety, migraine pills, digestive pills, because the anti-inflammatory I was taking for my stomach issues were causing me other problems. I was taking Ativan 2 to 3 times per day because my panic attacks were very, very bad. I had no clue. I thought I was dying. I thought they were heart attacks. And then my husband said, take your time, honey. He's doing great. I'll let you take some break, work on yourself. And I did. And then he closed down his clinic, his garage, because he got hurt. So both of us entrepreneurs, no health employment, both of us lost everything. We had insurance. I remember telling him, I'm going to make $10,000 per month. I will by October. October that year, he was off 6 months. His health insurance or disability or whatever it is was going to send him a $10,000 check because the last 6 months he didn't work. He was supposed to be paid because we paid insurance. The week before they send the check, they send us a letter saying that they're canceling our policy. So 1 year that we have not earned anything and we're living off of credit cards and borrowed money from my parents, we're being told that they're not going to pay us the money that we thought we were going to help us go through and actually have a good Christmas with our son. So I remember that day I had to go at our RV and tell to my husband, I said, they canceled that money. Because for a few months, that's all we had in mind. At least we've got insurance. At least we've got insurance, right? So we ended up, when I told him that it was, he just said, F it. I won't say it on Facebook, but he said, you know what? I couldn't care less right now, and we'll make it through it. And when he said that, I remember that week, I went and I sat in a stand, and we hunt. And I was sitting in a deer hunting stand, and I cried, and I had a huge panic attack. And that was the day that I broke through. That was the day that I couldn't even climb down that tree again until I could see, because I was bawling. Like if there was animals around, I'm sure they felt it. But nature for me does something. So I released a lot of anger, bitterness, everything from the past that I held on. If you're holding on to things, just cry. Watch a funny cartoon movie that'll make you cry. Go sing. Don't be afraid. Go near nature. Let those tears run out. Don't be afraid of that. You can yell. I used to go in nature and yell like a retarded person, like, ah! But just let it all out. No, not calling anybody retarded, but I call myself like that, like just saying, like, yelling, like, So when I did that and I came back that night, 3 years ago, I kept saying, I'm going to make $10,000 per month. And you say what they say, what you put out in the universe sometimes. I put up $10,000 per month. they took $10,000 away from us. So just to say, the universe can work sometimes if you truly believe in it, or maybe you're putting it out there. Just watch what you're wishing for, because they took that from us. And then I told my husband, I'm going to make that $10,000 per month and even more. And last October in Vegas, I hit my first $10,000 month. Not making any income disclosures. Well, I have to right now because I said that. Results not typical, totally doable. But I hit my first ever 5-figure month in October 2017, which I had it on my vision board for 3 years. Okay, so I needed to change this. And then afterwards, when things started to happen a little bit, and when I joined this business, I'll tell you guys, I was just previously 6 months that I quit another one. So I promoted myself for 6 months. I did not jump into this business from another company. I was actually branding myself. I was actually trying to learn, because the company I was previously with actually was kind of closing down, I think. So I thought, you know what, instead of jumping in, and I started researching, and that's when I met actually Jenna and Jerry West, and a lot of the awesome people that I still work with today, Tracy Switek, Julita. I got to meet some of you awesome people in that year, and I took courses like Eric Worre, Recruit 20 People in 30 Days. I did that. I remember reading GoPro. I remember I read that book 3 times that year. I remember starting seeing a light and thinking, I found my purpose. I found how I'm going to help others, and learning that I could do this online with brand new people that has never heard about me was a fresh start. And the fact that I could speak English was huge, because just in French, I would have been stuck. I would have been stuck with a certain market. No offense, I love the French. We're going to blow this market up, but it wasn't the right timing. I also knew it was going to be a 3 to 5 year plan. I also knew I was going to hit rock bottom before I hit it back. I knew it. It's kind of weird. And I accepted that I wasn't ranking in my first year. I accepted that my team left. I accepted that my upline got terminated because he was cross recruiting. It was hard, but I went through all of these. So when I joined this company, I had 2 or 3 people I could join with. I did not join with Jenna. I did not join with the first person who introduced me. I joined with another person from Canada thinking, we're going to crush it together. They were all in the same leg anyways. That person, a month in, was already promoting something else. And I messaged him and I said, this is my place where I plant my flag. And you brought in tons of people, and you're either going to help them or you're going to leave. Because if you don't, I'm going to tell them you're building this and that company and you're doing this in cross recruiting. So that guy left. So when he left, I took over his team. Not took over like taking them on my team. I took over and trained them. I did trainings for people that were not on my team that I was not getting a dime for. I posted myself as a leader. I went on there and I did these trainings. I took the time. I answered questions. I was working with teams. I remember CEO saying, Sonia, spend time with your team, you know, and it's good what you're doing, but in network marketing, you got to work with your team. And I'm like, yes, but my team, I have no team right now. I have a small team, but there's a bunch of people there that are looking for guidance and nobody's there to guide them. So I will do that and gain the practice, which some of these people are still in this business today and they're crushing it. And I think that put me up as a leader before I was even a leader yet, because I believed. And when I joined this business, I was a super affiliate. Even if I'm very, very close. And today I'm a step closer to being a super affiliate. But it was just, I believed in it. I believed in this company. I believed in the founders. I believed, and right now I have been working with Josh and Jenna for about 4 years. I love both of them. And I want to say that I wouldn't be here if it wouldn't be for them and their transparency. We are a very different company, very unique. Different type of people. I love it because I've never been a normal person. I've always considered myself a special person. That can be good or bad. But when I saw, if you guys know Jenna, you know that she's different too. Josh is a different CEO. They're not the CEOs you usually see that don't show up their face on Facebook, that may not be there to talk to you if you're a brand new rep, that doesn't pay out that much. Like 85% comp plan is unheard of. The products that we're bringing in, like, I mean, these things are life-changing. I've got them everywhere. If you see me do a video, they're always at my reach because I am a product of the product. I'm not just here to hype you up. I don't need to give you free things. I share value. I share what works, and these works. And what we're doing obviously works because we've got close to $1 million in sales every month now for 2 to 3 months from our team only. So this is huge. And I couldn't have done this video last week because I would have probably cried. Today, I'm feeling my energy's high and I'm super blessed, super grateful. There's a lot more to my story, guys. I've had unsupportive spouse, and I'll do a video on that. I was even told to quit the company. I was even told, I was a complainer once. I was that rep that kept bringing up all the issues without a solution. And I remember, I think it was like a year and a half ago, they were like, maybe this company's not for you. You keep bringing up issues instead of solutions, and how can you get excited and build a business? Maybe you should look somewhere else and find a better fit for you. And that was a slap in the face because I was bringing up issues. And if you're a leader and trying to break through or trying to keep your team excited, just know that how you react will affect your downline. So if you're always bringing up issues and problems, well, your team's going to be full of issues and problems. When I realized that, and I listened to the audiobook Money and the Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks and Esther something, that completely changed me as a mom, as a wife, as a person, as a leader. And 2 months later, ranked for the first time in 3 years. That day that I ranked, I think that month I did 5 and 10K. It took me 2.5 years to get there, while others are coming in and doing this in like a month. So you do not need to have the same story and the same path that I had. You can build your own story. You don't need to hold on to the past. It doesn't matter if you were a criminal, if you were beaten. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity, if you failed, if you're successful, whoever you are. Like, this industry will welcome you with arms wide open. If you want to succeed long term, you have to be compassionate. You have to understand. You have to listen to others, and you have to believe in yourself and your success. Because if I would have not had that confidence, I would have quit when it was hard. It gets hard. It gets easier too, but it gets hard. But then once you start seeing the results, maybe problems will get bigger because you've got more people to deal with, but that's okay because we've got a good oil for that. But we also have resources and trainings and mentors. And I know I've never really had the upline there in my company because my upline was gone. So then I got purged to Jenna. Now Jenna, which is the founder, is kind of my upline. And having a founder as an upline is very good, and it can be hard because they're super busy. So I had to be the leader that I never had for my team. And I think I needed to have that. I needed to have no upline and get out of my way and actually do the things to help me get to where I am today. So I'm grateful for that. And I can't call Jenna my upline. I can call her my mentor. She's the girl that tells me the things that I do not want to hear when I need to hear them. And sometimes you need to have these people in your life. So if I ever go to you and I tell you something that you feel like slapping me in the face for, you probably need to hear it. I felt like that. I know how it is. But I like that we're honest and we're transparent. And you want to treat your people like you want to be treated. Oh, Chelsea, you're going to love it. That book was awesome. I listened to it twice. I'm going to listen to it again. I suggest anybody watching that before they get into anything, whether a marriage, a weight loss, a new business, a new job, you definitely have to do. Jen, thank you. I appreciate that. I have to go too soon, too. I know there's people around in the house and it's noon, but I just wanted to share a little bit of my story and say thank you for all my team for being here and believing in me, believing in the vision, believing in what we're doing. And MDC Bosses was founded 4 years ago, and it was incorporated in 2018. So our team now is incorporated. It's not just the MDC incorporation, it's our vision. We're going to do a lot more than just network marketing. I've got big goals. I want to do coaching. I want to help other people build success within whatever their passions are. But we're very, very excited. I'm super proud of each and every one of you. Today, I get to live a life where I don't have to think twice about paying with my bank card. I don't have to, if I book a vacation for my family, I can pay it right back that same day. I don't have the fear of bills, and we don't fight for money anymore. And if you're in a relationship and you fight for money, even if people say we don't fight for money, most people end up being stressed because of money, even if you don't admit it. And I really want you guys to know that in a year, in 6 months, in a month, in a day, things can change for you. So you got to keep your head up, even if you're the only one cheering for yourself, even if that self-doubt inside of your mind may be telling you otherwise. Tell that voice to shut up and show them and shine so bright that, you know what, they'll want to know what you're doing. And that's what I did. So for me, I had to let a lot of friends go. Not go that I won't talk to them, but I had to, because I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. So I changed my whole life. I miss my friends. I do. I really do. I miss being invited to things. And that's okay. I had to step back and make a choice. And I hope someday I get to see that. But what I did is gain more new friends with all of yous. Like in Vegas last week was amazing. In Edmonton, in Halifax, I get to travel all around the world now and meet some awesome people. We're going to be in Jamaica soon. So if you're in Jamaica and you want to come meet us, let me know. And I feel very, very blessed. So I'm going to start being emotional, but yeah, today was the perfect day to share some of this, and I have some amazing leaders on the team. I want to say, Jerry West, thank you for partnering up, like all the leaders that you brought into our team. I mean, that you guys are the biggest team on my team, so I owe a lot to you. And then we've got amazing leaders. I've got Penny from Alberta, is it Alberta? Plain Story, Alberta, I think. She's brought in so many amazing people. We've got an amazing team building there. We've got Jennifer, Easterdy Kelly, that's just crushing it. Like Cindy's local. And I don't want to start naming people. I'm naming my personals right now. But there's so many of you down there that are just doing amazing. And if you're brand new, if you're pre-enrolled, if you're looking, you know, I know I'm turning this into a team video now, but I'm just blessed because I would not be here if it wouldn't be from you guys, and learning how to work with amazing people, and we're crushing any obstacles, and we're just keeping it real. I love that I do not have to hype you. I don't need to fake it. I don't need to pretend that my product works and give you a bunch of things to try it. It's, I have this, it works, do you want it? And I'm a product of the product, and believe in yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. So happy, healthy, wealthy is the way to be, and I really appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you very much, everybody. Super, super blessed, and I know the next month, the next year, the next few years are just gonna be so amazing. So again, reach out. If somebody shared this video with you, get back to them, ask how you guys can partner up with them, and change your life too. If you've got dreams, if you are passionate about helping people, this is definitely a place for you to check out. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. Have a beautiful day. Big, big, big hearts for all of you. I appreciate you, and we'll see you later.